Leo, song that's playing is I Could Show You. Alright, so you may be in the space where you want to show somebody something. Something has fallen or something has ended in your reality. And now that, look, something that was keeping you restricted or something that was dimming your light in some way, shape, or form. And look, something has ended. Death, Tower, Sun in reverse. Something that was keeping you constrained or something that was keeping you restricted has fallen because of judgment has occurred quick. And now you trying to, and now it's either someone trying to show you something or you trying to show somebody something now. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. You about to find out though. Yeah, look, you're taking a leap of faith in a different direction and regarding what you're passionate about or what you feel about. Look, okay, hold on. See, you may be showing somebody falsely. You may not be being honest with yourself. You may know the truth, but just because you know better don't mean you're going to do better. You may still be undecided in regards to what you want to express or what you're trying to push out. And because you're not, it's like because you're not expressing what you know you should be expressing, you're expressing everything else. And because you're expressing everything else that's not what's true, you're expressing lies. You're not being honest with yourself in regards to how you feel or what it is you feel about or what it is you want to invest your time and energy into. You want to show something, but you're not showing it, so you're lying. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. See, it's like you're thinking about going in a new direction, but you're not going in that direction. Therefore, you're holding yourself back. And you're not, since you know what it is that makes you feel, or since you know the truth, you're not doing the truth. Everything you do that's not in line with that truth is a lie. Look, and you're going to get lack in some way, shape, or form because of that. Or you're just in a lack mindset, a lack mentality. You don't think you can, or you don't think it will, or you don't think you should. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. And because you don't think that way, look, I told you, you're not confused. You're not confused. It's just that you're not acting on the truth you've gained. And because you're not acting on the truth you gained, everything you express is a lie. You're being toxic. Or it's like you let the devil rub its mentalities on you. You may have been dealing with a devil and you ended a situation with a devil. It's on the bottom. This could be the past. And because it's like you're separate from the devil, yes, but you still got the mindset. You're not being, you know how you feel, but because you were the reflection of a devil for so long, you were in a toxic relationship for so long, or toxic friendships, partnerships, or just family members, you was associating yourself with people who were lying to you. Now now you got some of that rubbed off on you, so now you're lying to you. You're not being honest with how you express yourself. You may have separated from the situation with the liars, or separated from the situation with the false people, but you're hurting yourself now. It's like now you gotta clean yourself up after you clean the external world up. Tower, something fell. If it's you versus someone outside of you, something, Mr. Jones is the song that's playing with you. So if it's you versus someone outside of you, something that you thought was long-term on the split fell. Whether it was a relationship, partnerships, friendships, associates, a mindset you had, is something you were working on for a very long time. You thought this was your truth. You thought this was your happiness. And it only brought you conflict anytime you hung out with these people, or anytime you thought this way, anytime you expressed yourself this way. So you have to fall. You have to let that fall. A cycle has come into completion, yes, but you have fallen in some way, shape, or form from a higher place to a lower place because something was unstable. The cycle's over, yes, tower fell. Whether if it's you versus you, something had to fall the hard way. Or you had to lose something that you weren't ready to lose. And now it's like you're not being honest with yourself in regards to, it's like you still haven't processed that you have lost something, or you still haven't processed that something's over. You may not want something to be over, but something's over. You know how you feel. You can see clearly in regards to how you feel about whatever it is over, but you're not being honest with yourself. And if it's you versus you, because you're not being honest with yourself, something's ending. Because you're not expressing or pushing your truth in some way, shape, or form, even though you know your truth, you know what the truth is, something's ending, and you will fall in some way, shape, or form, consciously or third dimensionally, because you're not expressing the truth. You're not being honest. Your non-being honest is making something end. You may have invested in something that brought you to a lower state of expressing your emotions again, and it rubbed off on you. Now, ain't nobody holding you back, Leo, but you right now. And if you're trying to figure out why something's not happening or why something's ending, it's because of what you're doing or what you're not doing. Ace of Cups in reverse. Again, it's like you may be dealing with an Aquarius. You don't gotta be. But it's like you're counting yourself out before you even start. Ace of Cups. You know, it's like you think you expressing this truth, or you pushing, or you communicating, or whatever it is. It's like you don't think it's going to work out in your favor. You don't think it's going to bring you good feelings. Or once upon a time, something you invested in only brought lower feelings out of you. Something didn't make you feel good. And that came crashing down. Now it's almost like you know how you feel now. Now you know what you feel for, but you're scared. It's like you're almost scared to get hurt again. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. And because it's like you're ending something, Leo. Something that is falling because of you. If it's you versus you, because you're not telling the truth, or because you're not being honest, even though you know what it is, even though you know how you feel, you're not confused about how you feel. You know how you feel. Because you're not being honest with how you feel, something's ending because a judgment is not being made. Again, because of your lack of action or your lack of expression, something is falling, something is ending. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you, of course. Again, judgment was already called. When judgment was called, you knew how you felt. Judgment was called consciously for you. I mean, subconsciously or just consciously. Whether your higher self or just someone said something to you that brought you a thought, that brought you an idea that made you call a judgment on a situation or a space you were invested in. Now you know how you feel regarding that space, regarding those people, regarding those friends. But you're still not communicating that truth. You're still not being honest with how you feel about the space, or just being honest with your expression. And because of that lack of calling a judgment, something's falling. 2 pina coladas, and you may be drinking right now to separate or just to run away from what it is that you know is true. You don't want to feel these feelings. You don't want to know this or whatever it is. You keep looking at what it is which you know the truth about, but you're not investing and or taking action toward. Look, you're not taking action towards whatever it is. You're not expressing this truth or expressing your passion or this idea or investing in this business, whatever it is, and because of that, you're losing it. It's like if you haven't missed an opportunity because of how you are acting, then you will miss an opportunity if it hasn't happened already. It's like you're gonna let something pass you by because of your lack of action. Yeah, look, Queen of Wands in reverse. I told you, you're not being honest with yourself internally. You're not expressing your passion. You got a lot of passion for yourself, or it's like whether you're not allowing yourself to feel this way or think this way about this idea, or think this way about this job, this business, these people, this friends, this person. And again, that is killing a thought for you in some way, shape, or form. That's killing an opportunity. You're stomping out your own dream before you even give it a shot. And to ease your mind, you pull up 2. Look, you're defensive. All because you've been through something. It's like, yeah, you've been through something. You may have been working on something that wasn't worth working on back in the day. And look, it only brought you pain on the split. 10 of Swords again. So cool. It's like, but you let that, instead of you learning that lesson and then getting back in the ring of life, or just getting back on the horse, you let that shit knock you off the horse and you ain't going back on it. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. You're not being honest with yourself regardless. And because you're not being honest with yourself, you're holding yourself back. I'm gonna fuck with you.